Hello everyone, my name is Nikhil Verma and today we are going to discuss those two illustrations that I had given to you in the previous video and I'd asked you to practice it in your house. First illustration is illustration number 14 and the second one is illustration 15. Both are based on super profit. These are two different methods on which questions are asked for usually 15 marks. So let us begin with illustration 14. The following is the balance sheet of Maltesh Company Limited as on 31/3/2015. They have given assets and the liabilities here. Under liabilities, we have shareholders fund, share capital and reserves and surplus, note 1 and note 2. Under share capital, we have only equity share capital, and reserves and surplus, we have capital reserve, P&L account of previous year balance, and then we have current year profit as well. Okay, just make a note that this is very important and crucial in this problem. I'll let you know why later. Then they have given us current liabilities without working notes. So we have only two current liabilities, or otherwise known as outside liabilities, that is sundry creditors and provision for income tax. Under assets, we have tangible fixed assets. We have a working note wherein we have land and building and plant and machinery. Then we have goodwill, which will not be considered for calculations. Then we have current assets, stock in trade. Then we have a working note for trade receivables, which is book debts, that is debtors less provisions. Then we have cash and cash equivalents, which is bank balance at 18,000. This is the balance sheet. Then they have asked us to compute goodwill on the basis of super profits, that is 5 years purchase of super profit and capitalization of super profits method. They have asked us only two methods. So they have not asked us annuity method and they have not asked us sliding scale method. And for this purpose, they have given us some additional information. They have given us income tax rate at 50%, but they have also told us that adequate provisions have already been made in regards to income tax and depreciation, so we don't have to do it again. So this is just given to confuse you guys. We are just going to ignore these two sentences. Moving on, the reasonable return on the average capital employed in the similar class of business is at 15%. So NRR is 15%. All right. So, what all information is given? Have you observed that they have not given us previous year profits? Yes, they have not given us previous year profits, which means we are going to take current year profit and loss account balance, current year profit as our average profit. Okay, 90,000 will become our average profit, and then we are supposed to calculate normal profit. The formula for normal profit is average capital employed into NRR divided by 100. We know what is NRR. NRR is 15%. We are supposed to find out average capital employed. In order to find out average capital employed, we have a table that we have to draw. Particulars adjustment amount. We have to take market value of all the assets, subtract outside liabilities from it, and then also subtract half of current year's profit. This is the chart that you guys need to remember. There is no market information given about assets, so we directly have to take book values. So let us start taking tangible fixed assets, note number 3. So note number 3, we have land and building, and we have plant and machinery. Land and buildings rate is 2,52,000. Plant and machinery rate is 1,26,000. Then we have goodwill, we are not going to take. The next is stock in trade, or you can write inventories also. Any one is fine. 1,62,000. Then after that we have trade receivables. We have working note for that. We'll directly take book debts, which is we'll take debtors. Book debts are 90,000 minus 9,000. That will be 81,000. Then we have bank is 18,000. Do the total. Let us re-verify the amounts that we have taken. 2,52,000, correct. 1,26,000, correct. 1,62,000 stock in trade here in the balance sheet, correct. Debtors, book debts minus provisions. So 81,000 will be the amount. 90,000 minus 9,000. Then bank account 18,000. So we have got the amounts correct. Now we have to take outside liabilities. See the balance sheet. I have told you guys anything apart from shareholders fund will become outside liability. So what all is there under shareholders fund? Share capital and reserves and surplus. That means the only other part remaining is current liabilities. So first outside liability is sundry creditors. Amount is 72,000. Next is provision for income tax. Amount is 90,000. To the total. We got 1,62,000 as total of outside liabilities. Calculate the capital employed, which is total of A minus total of B. So we get 4,77,000 as our capital employed. Now we have to take half of current year profit. What is the current year profit? Let us check here. The current year profit is 90,000. So let's take 90,000 into half. This will be 45,000. See, I'll do it here for you. 90,000 into 1 divided by 2. We get 45,000. Then we'll calculate average, which is capital employed minus half of current year's profit. So we get 4,32,000 as our average capital employed. Using this amount, now we are going to calculate average capital, normal profit. So formula for normal profit is, average capital employed into NRR divided by 100. So we will take average capital employed from here into NRR is 15 divided by 100. So we get 64,800 as our normal profit. Using this, we are now going to calculate super profit. In order to calculate super profit, we have to take average profit minus normal profit. See here, average profit in this illustration is not given anywhere. If average profit is not given, then we have to take profit of the current year minus normal profit. So what is the profit of the current year? It is 90,000. So 90,000 minus the normal profit, which is 64,800. It will give us the super profit. So the super profit for this particular illustration is 25,200 rupees. Now that we are done with the step 1 of calculating super profit, let us move on with the next part of the calculations, which is valuation of goodwill. This will be our step 4. So under valuation of goodwill, we have to evaluate goodwill using two methods. One is 5 years purchase of super profit, which is nothing but super profit into number of years purchased, which is 5 years. So goodwill under this method will be 1,26,000, which is 25,200 into 5. Then next is capitalization of super profit. Under capitalization of super profit, the formula is super profit into 100 divided by NRR, which is 15. We get 1,68,000 rupees as our goodwill under this method. I hope you guys have understood and have got same answers as what we have got here. All right. If not, check where you have went wrong, make the corrections and try to understand those. Even if you don't understand, you are free to approach me and get your doubts clarified. Okay. Now let us move on to the next illustration, which is illustration 15. The net profits of business after providing for income tax for the past 5 years are. So the profits are given for 5 years: 40,000, 44,000, 56,000, 46,000 and 64,000. They have given us 5 years profit. They are not in ascending order or descending order. So we understand that we are supposed to use simple average profits method to calculate the super profit, that is okay. The average capital employed in the business is rupees 4 lakhs. So in the previous problem or previous illustration, they had not given average capital employed, but in this particular illustration, they have given us average capital employed. So we don't have to separately calculate average capital employed. The normal rate of return is expected in this type of business to be 10%. So NRR is 10%. It is expected that the company will be able to maintain its super profits for the next 5 years. So they are saying whatever super profits we are going to calculate, they will be able to maintain that super profit for the next 5 years. So we are supposed to calculate goodwill on the basis of 5 years purchase of super profit, annuity method, and capitalization of super profit. In this case, they have only added one more method, that is annuity method. Sliding scale is not asked. Now, so the again two parts while solving the problem. First part is calculation of super profit. Second part is calculation of goodwill. So we'll take first super profit. The formula for super profit is average profit minus normal profit. How do we calculate average profit? They have not given us any adjustment, guys. No adjustments. So we are directly supposed to take these profits and calculate average profit. And since these are not in ascending order, we don't have to take weighted average. We are going to take simple average. So for simple average, the formula is total profit divided by number of years. See here, total profit divided by number of years. So let us just calculate total profit. Total profit is adding all the profits of the 5 years, 40,000 plus 44,000 plus 56,000 plus 46,000 plus 64,000. So we have got 2,50,000 as our total profit. So average profit will be 2,50,000 divided by number of years, which is 5 years. So let us do that calculation here. Divided by 5. Total profit divided by 5. So the average profits that we have got is 50,000 rupees. I hope you guys have understood. So let's move on and calculate normal profits now. In order to calculate normal profit, we have average capital employed into NRR divided by 100. They have given us all three, guys. The two values, average capital employed as well as NRR. We don't have to calculate anything. Average capital employed is 4 lakh into normal rate of return. Normal rate of return is 10% divided by 100. This is how we'll calculate normal profit. So let us do that. 4 lakhs into 10 divided by 100. So the normal profit is 40,000. Now that we have found out average profit and normal profit, let us find out super profit. Super profit is average profit minus normal profit. Let us find out the values. Average profit is 50,000 minus normal profit, which is 40,000. So super profits is nothing but 10,000 rupees. Now goodwill is needed to be calculated. They have asked us goodwill in on three bases. First is 5 years purchase of super profit. Super profit is 10,000 into number of years purchase, which is 5. Let us calculate it. 10,000 into 5. So under purchase of super profits, the value of goodwill is 50,000. Okay. Now under annuity method also we are supposed to calculate it. 10,000 into annuity value, which is 3.78. Let us do the calculation again. 10,000 into 3.78, which is the annuity value given in the illustration itself. So 37,800 will be the value of goodwill on the basis of annuity method. And now on the basis of capitalization method, we are supposed to take super profit into 100 divided by NRR. So here it will be 10,000 into 100 divided by normal rate of return, which is 10. Let us do the calculations and see. 10,000 into 100 divided by 10. So we get 1 lakh rupees as the value of goodwill under capitalization method. Alright. So that is it, guys. Very easy, 15 marks. If you understand this method. These are the two different methods that they ask us on, the illustration 14 and illustration 15. We have solved two problems each. You can also refer to any of reference books or textbooks for your reference and for your practice, and you can randomly take problems from them, solve, and if you find any issues, you are free to contact me for any doubt clarification. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I really hope that you guys have understood this method. It has been uh, a learning curve for every professor to use new techniques to teach you guys. I thought this method was most effective, so I use this method, and I hope that you guys have understood. Okay. Thank you so much, guys.